He's just a guy, he loves to ramble randomly across the wire. It's Gareth.
Hello and welcome to another top 5 YouTube video from us here at Gareth and Ramblings. My name is Gareth.
I'm Bex.
And we've done a couple of song lists, but today we are metaphorically putting on the tinfoil hat and we're going to do our top 5 conspiracy theories. Now, these are just top 5, like I said to Bex, doing top 5 conspiracies. Doesn't mean we believe in them or anything else like that. We're not going to get too in depth on them because if you want to look them up, feel free. But it's kind of like mine are kind of more, one I will give it a bit of credence for and be like, yep, I can understand that one. The other ones are more just like I think they're funny that people believe this. If you do, well done you. I just think they're funny, pretty much. That's what I went for. I went for funny. What about you, Bex? What did you go for?
I went for interesting ones. Like, I'm not a big conspiracy theorist, so I don't tend to put much sort of credence into that sort of stuff. But like, there's at least one in here I'm like, maybe, but like, I don't know. The rest of them are just a little bit nonsensical to me, if that makes sense. So
all right. So would you like to go first or would you like me to go first?
You can start this time. I started the last 2 times.
Okay. My number 5. So the whole big thing about UFOs, Men in Black, aliens kind of thing. Like, I think that's, well, what's your 5? Have you got aliens as your 5th as well, or?
No.
I don't know. Like, I think, like, back in the 60s, 70s, when it was all the rage kind of thing. I always thought it'd be really weird that intelligent life flew light years and light years and light years and light years and light years all the way across this little blue marvel of a planet to stick things in rednecks' butts. Like, it just didn't seem right.
That.
It didn't seem right.
I reckon it's a bunch of incredibly macho men who have homosexual tendencies, who just like the idea that somebody shoves something up their ass. I'm just saying.
And we're now age restricted on YouTube. Thanks, babe. Thank you. Granted, no one's watching these anyway, so it's fine. But yeah.
And we swear anyway. What are you talking about?
It's a difference between saying fuck and saying homosexual. But anyway, no, but yeah, that whole thing. I found that really, really weird. Just that whole thing. But kick table again. But was it the Men in Black thing? Did you hear about Dan Aykroyd with the Men in Black? So he was doing a TV show and it was about aliens and all that kind of stuff. And he was doing a scene somewhere and he went outside for a smoke and he looked across the road and he saw a black car with a person dressed in a black suit and a black trench coat with a black hat, glasses on, kind of like these, but black, and was like kind of staring at him but not making it obvious, like doing that kind of thing. And he went back inside for a smoke and he said when he got inside there was a phone call for him and the company he was doing the show for had said, right, show's canned, don't care, not doing it anymore, sorry, bye, change your mind. And he went, that's fucked. Went back outside, like this is in like a couple of minutes, car gone, car disappeared, like it was not even there. So yeah, either that or a bit of the old crystal skull of Volker. But he'd always said no, that's what it was. Like the government had kind of, or that side, Area 51 and Men in Black had kind of gone, let's shut it down. So yeah.
I'm sure that
if after this video you don't see any more videos being uploaded, they got me, man. All right, Bex, what's your number 5 conspiracy?
My number 5 is the Illuminati is the government, which is really, really interesting because I know it was one that was on one of the American websites and they reckon that the Illuminati is responsible for everything. So they run the government. I don't know. I just think it sounds like a load of bullshit. I don't think the Illuminati have anything to do with 90% of the shit they're accused of.
Yeah. Once again, if we don't upload any videos after this,
why would we?
You know what happened?
I just
what happened. We got taken over. Yes. All right. Where's my? Oh yeah. Sorry, I've got a page here of like all of our top fives, and I just had to try and figure out where the hell I was up to. Number four for me is New Coke. Back in the 80s, New Coke.
I know Coke is constantly changing their recipe as they go. You know, they're trying to improve it. But
Yeah.
what do you mean by New Coke?
So back in the day, they had the normal Coke, right? And they decided to change the recipe to make it a bit more tastier. And everybody hated it. Like, it was out for about 3 or 4 months, and everyone hated it. Just hate it. To the fact where Coke brought back the original Coke and called it Classic Coke. And the conspiracy theory is that they just did that to make more money. So they just put out an inferior product and went, just give it time, we know. Because once the new Coke the old Coke came back, shares went through the roof again. So it was like...
Well, maybe they did. I mean, they were contesting with Pepsi back then, so it kind of makes sense.
Yeah. But no, so that was what... Yeah.
If they did, that's a genius marketing issue.
It is that's what I thought. I was like, it's really a conspiracy theory. And I looked it up and I'm like, oh, that's conspiracy. Yeah, that's in there. So, yeah.
My number 4 is the Diana assassination. I don't think she was assassinated. I think that she was a very big public figure back in the day, and she was constantly being chased by the paparazzi. And this one time, it just didn't go well. Things happen, you know?
Yeah.
I mean,
well, you know,
I don't.
So you know the joke, don't you? What do you do if you piss off a queen and a prince? You get killed in a tunnel.
Oh.
What? Too soon?
No.
Oh, it's been 30 years.
No, it's been what, 20 years? No, but it's just
25 years. 25 years. It's been 25 years.
25 years.
Yeah.
I just think it was just a really, really unfortunate accident. Things happen, you know? I mean, people get cancer every day from doing, you know, somebody can get lung cancer and have never smoked a day in their life. I mean, things happen. I doubt that it was an assessment.
What I like about this list as well is the fact that I know that I've got my list, you've got yours. We haven't seen each other's lists, and I know for a fact we're probably going to be having like totally different ones. You're going to go more for that one. I'm going to go more of the, hey, this is kind of funny. So yeah.
Oh yeah.
So because my number 3 is that Paul McCartney's been dead for years. Paul McCartney's been dead for years. Had a car accident and he got replaced by a lookalike. Do I believe that? No. Do I believe it? No. Do I think it's funny? Yes. Yeah. Because they had something like he had like a scar or something on his face or whatever. And then like, you know, 6 months later the scar had gone. I was like, really? Really? Like that was one of the things like when they went to India, then they grew like the beards and stuff. It was to cover up that scar or whatever it was something really dumb like that. They were like, really? But yeah. Supposedly the Paul McCartney that is alive now is a lookalike. And has been a lookalike since about the 60s, which I don't believe it at one second, but I just still love the fact of I looked on a website and they had like that there, and they would trying their hardest, you know, this photo is different, that photo is different, this is where he talked like this, now he talks like that. It's like he could have just grown up, could have just done that, you know.
Exactly.
A month ago I had a head of hair, now I have a mohawk. So yeah. Anyway, Bex, while you're looking at your phone, let's go for number 3.
Sorry.
For you, what was your number 3?
9/11 was an inside job.
Ooh. Yeah.
But I don't think it was an inside job, but I do think there's a little bit of truth to that one. I think that they could have evacuated faster than they did. And because they chose to sit on their hands, a lot more people died. A lot of people died that didn't need to die.
There's a lot of things on that whole thing that, like, you know, I think that's probably what the most modern conspiracy theory, I think.
What's that? That it was
about just the whole 9/11 thing.
Look, the whole 9/11 thing.
That's what I mean. That's probably the newest, the latest one, I reckon.
One of, yeah. There's another couple.
I can't think of anything else really recently that's been.
Well, you'll see.
Oh, you got okay. Well, we'll go from there then.
I do think that the American government, have a lot to answer for in relation to what happened there. Yeah. And I do think that, look, I've seen the video footage and some of it is really, really sketchy. Like the explosions weren't coming from, they were coming from inside areas where there weren't any,
But see,
combustible materials. But it doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, all those people died.
Yeah.
And that could have been prevented by the government acting when they knew that there was a threat.
Yeah. Why did I pick the conspiracy theories list? Why did I say this? Because
I don't know.
Part of me just going, no, we shouldn't be talking about, no, that's not, no. Another part of me goes, well, there's a conspiracy, so it makes a list. There we go. My number 2 kind of goes on from my number 3. Another pop star that's being killed and replaced by someone else. Avril Lavigne. Avril Lavigne died.
Where that comes from? Like, she
died.
looks exactly the same.
She died and being replaced. All because she did like two or three rocky, grungy albums, and then the 4th one came out, and she's doing pop songs. Yeah.
What? So every time Linkin Park changed their song genres, they're all of a sudden, they've been replaced by aliens. Oh my god.
Well, that was my number 1. Okay. No. Yeah, Avril Lavigne. Yeah, it's quite funny because once again, she got replaced by a lookalike and all that kind of stuff. I don't believe it. I honestly don't. It's someone growing up and changing their style, and the other one I thought of when I first heard about Avril Lavigne I was like, okay, explain Gwen Stefani.
Exactly. She was in a grunge band, and all of a sudden now she does pop music too.
And she dresses up with her Harajuku girls from Japan and all does that. It's like, he just changed styles. Once again, a month ago, I had a head of hair. Now I have a mohawk. I've been replaced. And you can't tell, Bex, because you've been in quarantine. You've been stuck in your room. You haven't seen me.
Yeah, thanks for that. Thanks for that. I love you too. You're
all right. Well, let's keep this controversial train going. Bex, what is your number 2?
My number 2 is the 5G COVID conspiracy.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Told you. There was more modern ones.
No, I'm just honestly, I mean, really, part of me's going, yeah, okay, that's a good one, that's fine. The other part of me's going, okay, I didn't think of that as a conspiracy theory when I thought, you'd go flat Earth or all that kind of stuff, and you've just gone, nope, let's go and fuck people over.
No. Oh, come on, you gotta put something COVID, considering I am literally quarantined right now.
I am waiting for the 3 people that are gonna watch this video, all the comments below. It'll be fun. But then again, Bex, you're good at starting fights on Facebook, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
So
especially when people are uneducated and make dumb comments.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on.
Gosh,
what's yours?
Gotta make it funny, Bex. Funny.
What's your number 1?
What's the conspiracy around the 5G?
So the conspiracy around 5G is that people, when they're getting their vaccinations, are being injected with microchips, and that the 5G is actually causing COVID.
Really?
I mean, how fucked up do you have to be, right?
So that's funny.
It's dumb, right?
Yeah, that's really dumb. Yeah.
Oh my god, people are just thick and they'll believe anything.
Yeah.
My
favorite COVID conspiracy thingy was that people were getting jabbed and you become magnetic. Mm-hmm. And that made me laugh so hard because people are just going, look, it's a spoon kind of thing. And this guy just goes, it's all to do with sweat, and grabs out like a spoon and goes, see? And it like stuck to him. He's like, it's just sweat. That's all it is.
That's why you did one on your nose.
Yeah. Yeah. You just sit there and it's like, hey, look, it's balanced. Yeah. Done. Yeah. All right. So my number 1 is a classic. It's a classic. It's a classic.
Go
on. Stanley Kubrick did the moon landing. It was all filmed. It was all filmed. It wasn't real. It was all faked. And Stanley Kubrick directed it and did a whole lot of little hints and tips in The Shining to reference back to the moon landing to say, hey, I did the moon landing. I got paid money from the government. So, people haven't been on the moon, man. Haven't been on the moon. Yeah.
Somebody thought way too hard about that.
Yeah. It's actually a fun little rabbit hole to dive down if you want to read it. It is. It's just like you just sit there going, okay, that reference, sure, but it was like, you know, a whole lot of random stuff. You know, like people going, what was the one recently? Eminem was meant to drop an album on the 21st of January because there was a lot of tweets that he put out where he'd put the number 2 and 1 instead of TOO or TO and ONE. He just went 1. So, you know, it was all, that's what it is, man. It's going to be, no, it's just synced up, just what just happened. And it's fun watching the other guys as well, like going, no, that's not right, blah, blah, blah. And the fact that Mythbusters as well actually shot a laser to the moon and back and it bounced off the actual like landing things and stuff like that. So we went to the moon. So that's all I have to say. But yeah. What's your number one, Bex? Let's see how many people we can piss off with your number one.
My number one is about Roswell, New Mexico.
Nah, we can't piss anyone off on that one. Let's go. Yes. So what do you mean about Roswell?
So the Roswell, New Mexico theory, conspiracy theory is that the US government is experimenting on and holding interterrestrial beings in the desert in Roswell, New Mexico. You know, Area 51 is in Roswell, New Mexico.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Yeah, it's not true.
It is. We've watched that documentary called Paul.
But there was a movie with Nick Frost and Simon Pegg.
It was a documentary.
It was not a Your pen is
documentary. I'm staring at the camera and I'm acting now. Yes. I thought you would laugh a bit faster when I said this documentary called Paul. Yeah, no.
Think about it for a second.
Here's a question though, Bex. And to end this all off because I'm done now on your analysis. Do you believe in aliens?
Yes.
Yep. Well, that was
I do.
Thanks.
I just don't believe that they would travel all the way here.
Yeah.
And do horrible things to people because what exactly do they think they're going to find by doing that? Yeah. And also,
I really wanted to do that when we went to Bali. I'm from a different place. Let me. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
But also, why would they announce themselves to a country, a world where we are essentially hostile towards foreign beings? The way that we treat, and this is all completely off the wall, but when we look at the way we treat people in our own countries, why would an intergalactic being come to here and not do the research and then go?
Yeah, I heard of a thing, and I don't know if it was a conspiracy or a joke, but I thought it was really funny, so I'm going to say it now as a conspiracy, just because.
Right.
That out there in the world, there's a planet somewhere, right? That's just ants. There's a planet out there that's just lions. There's a planet out there that is just sharks. There's a planet out, you get where I'm going. That's right. Everything, there's a planet out there with just that on it, kind of thing.
Right.
Earth is a planet where aliens have grabbed everything, thrown it on a planet just to see what happens. Like a TV show.
That would be funny, actually.
That would be. As I said, I don't know if it's a conspiracy. Don't know if it's whatever you want to call it. But I found that funny when I read that. And I kind of went, yeah, well, you know, yeah.
Possible.
Yeah, just on the marble being flicked along the ground if Men in Black is right. So there you go. But thank you very much for joining us with our conspiracy list for today. Join us tomorrow or next episode where we have another top 5. And we shall go from there. Until then, my name is Gareth.
I'm Bex.
And we'll catch you later. Bye.
He's just a guy, he loves to ramble randomly across the wire. It's Gareth